turn around and sail back to wherever you came from. This dock is reserved for the Imperial Envoy. And he's late. Huh, probably died at sea. Good riddance. Wait, you're the... Oh, fuck.
Nice.
Forgive me, Envoy. I meant nothing by it. A slip of the tongue. Can we start over? Name's Cynric, captain of the local militia. We're a scrappy bunch, but we know our way. Unlike most Adirans who couldn't find their ass with both their hands. Oh, present company excluded. They told me you were godlike, but I didn't know what to expect. Your face, it's so... Ooh, on second thought, why don't I just shut up before I say anything else I regret?
Now there's a good idea.
No doubt you've come for the Adiran ambassador, but he's gone, along with our claviger. No, there's some kind of blight in the wilderness and rumors of plague. They went to... Nature has a mind of its own in these parts. When the ecosystem changes, we ask ourselves how and why.
Leaderless and rudderless is the natural state of things in Paradise anyway. Keeps things interesting.
Well, he's the closest thing we have to a local authority. Part keeper of the keys.
Paradise's mayor, more or less. Most people out here aren't fond of established hierarchies and titles. So, we made up some new ones.
I'm sorry, Envoy, but no...
Nonsense. There's a small army of pickpockets, smugglers, and scoundrels between those walls who'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Just ignore...
Where did you say they went? Because I've got an idea.
They traveled northwest to the Strangle Route, past the old Pargroon Wall.
You need to find the ambassador, and I need to find the claviger. How's about we partner up? I did my time in the Rawatayan Navy. I'm good, as long as you talk real slow.
Kai, before you go, remember, you're taking a distinguished veteran into the wilderness. Make sure he comes back alive, or the Steel Garrote will have my head.
Better yours than mine.
The Steel Garrote are here as guests, helping Adirans like yourself keep the peace. Or so they say. They're an order of religious cutthroats, sharpening their blades for the glory of the burned queen. Oof, creepy bunch, too. Who needs enemies when you have... You tell me, Envoy. The Adirans came to our shores with their soldiers, their bureaucrats, and their cult of murderers. Asking a lot of nosy questions is a good way to end up with them. Speaking of the Steel Garrote, fair warning, their leader, Inquisitor Ludwine, is eager to greet you. Or possibly interrogate you. Wait, you know the Inquisitor? Dare I ask how? Must have been quite an education. I heard she's a monster, the personal handmaiden of the burned queen. But that's not all. They say she fell in battle in the Deadfire, and death spat her back out. Not if you value...
We'll have time to worry about Ludwine later. First, we've got to find... I'll bet you're glad to be on dry land after that voyage. Come on, let's get you some fresh. Grunin left these beacons all over the island. They're good for finding your way around.
The city's getting crowded. Pretty soon the Durans will outnumber us 3-1.
Why doesn't the crowd just put a stop to it?
Think, dimwit. Some in the ambassador's pocket. That's enough for you.
Greetings, friend.
You look like you could use a fine weapon or a sturdy shield. Not to worry, Walter is here. I suggest you take a look at my wares before you speak to Daggerda. Who knows what mood she's in today? From legitimate sources, clearly. From traders and adventurers, mostly, and a few used pieces from people down on their luck.
Protect that pretty face. Heading out to the wilds? Make sure you have everything you need. You don't want to...
Kai, I told you not to show your face around here again.
Come on. You're not still mad about that hunting knife, are you?
All right, no. You're clear. But you better pay up front this time.
I knew you'd come around. You miss me.
I'll let you think that. Now don't mind him. What are you interested in?
Welcome to Dawnshore, Traveler. My name is Daggerda. You seem like you could use a nice potion or a bite to eat. and I promise a safe and pleasant transaction, despite whatever Volter told you.
What harm could some new armor do?
Look good and stay alive.
Feels like the living lands is growing wilder. Every day. Please, how hard is it to answer a question?
I don't trifle with souls, man.
They're tearing my home apart. Never mind. I can't believe how rude everyone is around here. How hard could it be to find a watcher? I was afraid you'd say that. I need to speak to one, fast. Something more like. A band of Zorips invaded my house. What am I gonna do? Then take my house key. It's northwest of here. That cabin on the cliff all by itself. Gods know I can't go back. And there's nothing to steal either. The Zorips saw to that. Come back when you've dealt with them. And make sure you get their leader, too. I'm sorry, but I don't think they'll go quietly. You'll have to kill... Thank you. That may not be worth much coming...
Shop's closed. But you already knew that. Piss off. What are you looking at? Watch where you're going. Wouldn't want you getting hurt now. Get lost.
Move along, please.
I was here first. I'm not going anywhere.
You're not working or selling something, you're loitering. Clear. Are all paradisans?
Don't think you can come over here and try to strong-arm me, too. Leave me alone.
They've only been here a few years, but the Adherents act like they run the place.
You say the militia have closed Paradise to newcomers, so where should I go?
Well, there's always the shantytown, but, well, you know.
Yeah, I haven't heard the best things about that place. Is there nowhere else?
Perhaps the adherents.
letters won't turn up. Que larde. I'd heard a godlike had come to Paradise.
Oh, hey, Sansa. Comes on a little strong, that's all. He doesn't bite.
But to meet you, what an honor. Who is your patron? Were you drawn to this place? A godlike of unknown provenance. Even... Who knows? Perhaps you'll find the answer. Listen, you haven't been to the wilds east of the city, have you? I assume that's a no. Then have you seen a cartographer in the area? A human? He must have gone farther than... His name is Girmund. He's my assistant. I sent him to map the eastern wilds. I knew it would be perilous, but it's been a long time since he's written. Bandits, smugglers.
You know how many so-called adventurers
It's an intrepid occupant.
3.
As I said, if you find him and bring me his map, I'll be glad to pay you for it. I may even have... When he last wrote, he was mapping the eastern ruin. If you find him, bring his work to my shop. You're welcome anytime. I have quite the assortment of curios.
Well, that's our marching orders then.
Venture past the palisades at your own risk. There's no guarantee of safety out in the wilds.
Beautiful view from these cliffs. Real long way down, too. Zars. They may be small, but they'll overwhelm you if you're not careful. You take lead. To your left. Okay.
Venture past the palisades at your own risk. It's a dangerous frontier out there.
Beautiful view from these cliffs. Real long way down, too. Zarabs. They may be small, but they'll overwhelm you if you're not careful.
Here we go! Time to wrap. One for you! You're not looking so good. Up, envoy. Nice shot. Just like the good old days.
This is Dehangan's place, or was. It's the Zarabs now. You take lead. Anything juicy? Maybe it has something to do with that wall painting in the other room. Let's check it out. The local militia's lax at the best of times, which these are not. I'm no art critic, but I've never seen a mural like that. Looks like an elf and Zarep holding hands. What do you see? Why don't we ask Tehangan about it? It's her house. She ought to know something.
I've come in search of lost treasures. Have you heard any rumors of such things in the area? It's a
Oh, please tell me I can go home now. Painted? Why would they do that?
It's true. It looked just like you. Not sure they got your eyes right, though.
So, they've made it their territory. We'll never get them out. Obviously, it's strange. Alright. I lied to you. I can't keep it up anymore. Have you ever felt aimless? Like you ought to have... Like you'd do anything to find out why you're meant... That's a stupid question, isn't it? An animancer told me that I might have half a soul. I finally had an answer. The question was, who got the other half? I thought if I could meet this person and see what they were like, I might gain some purpose. And then I came here and found... But what do I do about it? How do I not think about what I'm so... I've got to find some meaning in all this. I can't go back and I can't go forward. I'm just... Are you serious? I don't call raiding my house diplomatic. If you're positive it doesn't mean me any, I'll go. Oh, I forgot. You still deserve to be paid for your time. If I didn't think... Well...
The Living Lands are a dangerous place. A newcomer like you surely needs armament.
Nice to...
Save some skates for the rest of us.
Sorry, boys. Seem
Dad, I have to figure out how he does it.
too easy.
Look alive! Margaret would be ashamed of witness such incompetence. My grandfather could do a better job than you lot. He's missing both arms. Put your backs into it. These palisades aren't gonna hold themselves. Another recruit. By the flames, Cynric finds the strangest types. You're not the only soldier here, pup. If you think you're so tough, why don't you prove to me what you've got? Spar with me. I'll take on you and your big blue friend.
If you're sure, I've got plenty of reach.
Oh, it'll be in Magrin's name. Prepare.
You're mine now!
Well done. You have passed.
We'll get him next time.
It's clear I underestimated your prowess. Fierce as a Rathoon you are, envoy. Now for your prize. Our surplus includes a large hammer, an arquebus, a spear, and a wand. What say you, huh? Aha, the blessed firearm. Its flames burn brighter and faster than any I've seen before. It's no godhammer bomb, but it will serve you well. Fear not the flame. It was an honor.
Many others complain about your people taking over. I get it, but nice banner, ain't it? I found it on the beach covered in dirt. Good morning.
There it is again.
Get a hold of yourself. There's nothing down there, all right?
There is. I heard it stirring.
It's probably your stomach.
It's not. Watch your step. There's something beneath us.
It's just rats or something.
Quiet as the depths.
Thought you were. I didn't know what you were.
Unless you found the missing key, I can't really talk right now. Not now. Not now.
Sorry, Envoy. The city's under lockdown by order of the Claviger. Rumors of plague and all that. Only Paradise residents can come in until the lockdown is lifted.
I've already told you, the city is under lockdown. Only citizens of Paradise can enter right now.
I have traveled halfway across the world to be here. I'm not getting... Just leave me be.
Show me what you got. Coming from your right.
Even Pargrunan walls can't stand against this place.
This one's mine. Not looking so good. That's it for me. Back on my feet. You're right. Time to rally.
We make a good squad. Violets are getting deadlier by the day, but people have to eat.
back in the fight.
A rot seeps through here. Who poisons us? We cannot see.
I'm always telling visitors we're not as crazy as they've heard. Odd. Didn't used to be this overgrown. I can take care of that if you want.
Stand back.
I got a bad feeling about whatever that bear's chomping on. Right behind you. That's a It's almost like the brambles are trying to crush that house. Ready, aim. Zarups. They don't usually venture out here. Wonder what's got them riled up.
I was just getting warmed up.
Something here feels off.
It breathes. It is close.
That's the claviger. What happened?
Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after. Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after. You monstrosity! Well done!
What happened to that bear?
Poor bastard. One of Ludwine's toy soldiers. I never even learned their name. Not that it would have done us any good. Oh, my savior. Oh, thank the... Ambassador Falchion Hildgard at your service. And you must be our Imperial envoy. Better late than never, I say. Oh, pity you were too late for the claviger. Aren't you going to introduce me to your capable compat... Well, did he now?
A little faster, and we might have been able to save Clavinger. Happy to have been of service, nevertheless.
I'm charmed. I take it you had business. It was the bear that killed him, of course. This wilderness has been a little too wild of late. I'm no woodsman. We heard alarming reports of a blight in the wild. The changes in the ecosystem are expected. We tracked the corruption all the way here, but all we found was that... So... The situation is more dire than I imagined. We need a plan of action.
We are here. Come to us. Come. We have waited for you.
What's the matter? Can you hear me? Fascinating. The Emperor trusts your judgment, and so do I. You know something of our troubles. You suspect a connection. Ardra is said to be filled with essence, soul stuff. Maybe... just be careful. The Emperor would never forgive me if anything happened.
Take it slow. We'll be right here.
It is you. Come closer. We feared you were but a dream. We awake from seasons of slumber. We were drowning in our nightmares for so long. Your hand was a branch, and you. Our memories are fractured. But you too are alone in your strangeness. Godlike. This term means nothing to us. Shackled like us to rot and corruption. It spreads and festers and seeps and crawls. poor bear. Yes, the air sings with its spores. It is everywhere. It is an infection. A foreign body. We feel the pain of this If an animal sickens after a fight, as it howls and sings its agony, what do you do? Nurse it, care for it, grow it like the vines. We were loved once, perhaps. We remember, almost. A thought, like motion in the water. The rot festers. We could suck the poison out, let green things grow. But a favor for a favor. We offer you the power to heal and be healed, and you would wheedle and bargain? Decide, do you wish this power or not? A favor for a favor then. This place shall heal, and you shall know our power. Retire. New again this world, new again words.
Incredible. Envoy, I don't...
You all right? You look like you were in a trance for several...
What happened? What can you recall? You must be sensitive to the spirit world. Inquisitor Ludwig will need to hear of this. I've agreed to share my findings with the Steel Garrote, as long as they... Not that she has any interest in ecology. Ludwig is obsessed with our security. Perhaps, but danger takes... The Steel Garrote provide us some much-needed protection. We have our interest in the living lands. Stay out of their way. Make sure and use that to your advantage. We'll talk more at the embassy. Envoy, what you've done here...
Just watch your step. There are swaths of the city barely more civilized... Whatever the Inquisitor's like, she can't be worse than that bear. Can she? You are full of surprises, envoy. I'd heard godlights have strange powers, but I've never known one to heal an entire grove. Guess your Emperor really did seem the right person for the job, huh? Still, you have your work cut out for you in Paradise. Enjoy the calm while you can. Let's talk the next time we're at camp. I feel like I should know more about you.
The path to Paradise is a tad overgrown, but I can find my way back.
I haven't seen this much excitement in a while. Perhaps I've got you to thank for bringing it with you, Envoy. Yilgar doesn't seem like the kind of man you'd send to the frontier. Here, does he? You seem much better. You know, for most people, getting sent to the living lands, but according to Cynric, you're the personal envoy of the Emperor. Tall grass, huh? Even in Rawat. I guess I should count myself lucky our paths didn't cross, but that raises a bigger... Why would your Emperor send one of his most accomplished... Oh, that almost does sound like a punishment. I don't know how you investigate a so-called plague of the soul. Being a godlike, I don't suppose your patron deity gives you any unique insights into matters of the soul, do they? I thought every godlike knew their god. That's one of the stranger things I've heard. And out here, sorry. Well, now that we've seen the Dream Scourge, refugees are flooding in from outlying regions, and people are making offerings to the gods for everything from hangovers to... I like your confidence. Just unfortunately, the presence of... I think that's why the Clavenger accompanied... I was in Claviger Amond. Help me. He may be. So for now, and hopefully, but what? Just be careful where you... That's the kind of talk that may get people thinking you've got the... I'll let you get some... It's good to be part of a... Wow. It's the gateway to most... Then, with authentic... Don't get me wrong. In part because it's great at winnowing out people who have no business. The Living Lands means a hard-won second chance for the... But first... The folks who say that either last the longest. For a lot of people, the Living Lands is the last. For others... Rawatai is famous for storms and rocky soil, so I figured if I'm going to live in a hostile environment, it seemed like a good idea. Used to be. If you could last out here. Dangers in the wilds is nothing new out here. And if that weren't enough, a lot of people aren't too keen on Ilgard's new embassy and his alliance with the Steel Garrote smell like the authority and order that a lot of people came here to leave behind. But I don't mean to put that on you. I imagine you're tired of having to answer for every Adiran who sneezes into somebody's stew. I'll be here if you need me. After your voyage, it must be nice to spend the night on dry land. Personally, I've always found the rocking of a ship to be soothing. As long as I've got my feet facing the bow, that is. Old fella who used to live here ended up in one of those shanties by the dock. Now I see why. Good fighting. Not bad. It's got natural light, right on the river, just needs a little upkeep.